Humanity has always been defined by its tools, from the first sharpened stone. These early inventions were more than just objects. They were extensions of our will, our creativity, and our need to survive in a dangerous world. Each new tool marked a leap forward, a sign that we could shape our environment and our destiny. Today that journey continues, from primitive axes to the most advanced spacecraft, as we reach for the stars and imagine what comes next. Our fascination with future weapons isn't just about destruction, it's about power, survival, and the thrill of pushing technology to its limits. These imagined weapons are symbols of our desire to overcome obstacles, to protect ourselves, and to explore the unknown. Science fiction is where these dreams take shape, giving us blueprints for what could be, and letting us explore the consequences of ultimate power. Through stories we can safely ask, what if we had the ability to change the world with a single invention? These imagined weapons reflect our hopes and fears, our desire for precision, and our anxiety about technology outpacing wisdom. They force us to confront the double-edged nature of progress, how every breakthrough can be used for good or ill. A great sci-fi weapon is more than a prop, it's a character shaping the universe around it. It can define the rules of a world, inspire awe, or even become a symbol of hope or fear. Think of the first time you saw a blaster bolt or heard a lightsaber's hum. It was more than movie magic, it was a promise of incredible possibilities. These moments stick with us, fueling our imaginations and making us wonder what else might be possible. These weapons ignite curiosity, making us ask, how does that work? Could we build that? What would it mean for our world if we could? They spark lifelong passions for discovery and invention. For many, a childhood fascination with sci-fi weapons leads to real-world innovation, inspiring careers in science, engineering, and design. We return to these fictional arsenals because they represent the cutting edge of imagination, the ultimate what-if. They remind us that the future is unwritten, and that our ideas can shape what comes next. What if we could harness pure energy, augment our bodies, or weaponize our minds? These questions drive us to explore, to invent, and to dream beyond the limits of today's technology. These aren't idle daydreams, they're grand thought experiments about conflict, technology, and humanity. They help us imagine not just new weapons but new ways of thinking about our place in the universe. They challenge us to push boundaries and dream bigger, to see obstacles as opportunities for innovation. In every sense, they invite us to imagine a fantastic future, one where the impossible becomes possible and our wildest dreams might one day become reality. When it comes to iconic sci-fi weapons, few universes have captured the imagination quite like Star Wars. From the very first moments of the saga, audiences were introduced to a galaxy where technology and mysticism collide, and nowhere is that more evident than in its legendary arsenal. Star Wars is the gold standard for unforgettable weaponry, setting the bar for every sci-fi universe that followed. At its heart are two legendary tools, the blaster and the lightsaber. These weapons are more than props, they're characters in their own right, shaping the fate of heroes and villains alike. Blasters are the gritty, ever-present workhorses of the galaxy, loud, chaotic, and accessible to all. They're the weapons of soldiers, smugglers, and bounty hunters, echoing the Wild West in space. They define the sound and feel of Star Wars combat, spitting plasma bolts in wild firefights. The crackle of energy and the flash of light are instantly recognizable, making every battle pulse with excitement. But the lightsaber is something else entirely, a symbol, a philosophy, and a connection to the Force. It's not just a weapon, but a rite of passage, a mark of destiny. Obi-Wan called it an elegant weapon for a more civilized age. And it's true, wielding a lightsaber requires skill, discipline, and a deep bond with the Force. It's a test of character as much as combat. Its hum is both a warning and a meditation, its blade a tool of both defense and destruction. The lightsaber's glow is a beacon in the darkness, a symbol of hope and danger. The contrast between blaster and lightsaber is the soul of Star Wars, the messy chaos of war versus the focused precision of a space knight. It's the clash of the ordinary and the extraordinary. Blasters represent the power of the many, the reality of conflict. They're the tools of survival in a dangerous universe wielded by those who fight for credits or for freedom. Lightsabers, on the other hand, embody the power of the individual and the ideals of honor, discipline, and sacrifice. They are the weapons of those who seek balance and justice. Their clash is more than a visual spectacle. It's a battle of ideologies, a struggle between chaos and order, between fate and free will. Star Wars gave us both the rugged firearm of the space western and the mystical sword of the space samurai, blending genres in a way that feels both ancient and futuristic. This duality created a timeless iconography that continues to inspire awe, fueling the imaginations of generations of fans and creators. The blaster is industry and brute force, it's the product of necessity, mass-produced for the many. The lightsaber is artistry and soul, handcrafted and unique, a reflection of its wielder's journey. Together, they make the Star Wars arsenal unforgettable, a perfect blend of raw power and refined skill. These weapons are more than tools. They're the heart of the galaxy story, shaping destinies and defining legends. And that's why they endure, forever etched into the mythos of Star Wars and the hearts of fans everywhere. If Star Wars is mythic, a sweeping space opera filled with ancient legends and mystical powers, then Halo is gritty, tactical science fiction, where every battle is a desperate fight for survival, and every weapon feels like it could be your last hope. Halo's weapons are engineered for one purpose: to keep humanity alive against overwhelming alien threats that seem unstoppable. The human arsenal, assault rifles, battle rifles, pistols, feels like a believable evolution of today's military tech, grounded in realism but pushed to the edge of possibility. But Halo's genius is in its alien weaponry, the Covenant's plasma rifles and pistols, which overheat instead of reload, forcing you to think on your feet in the heat of battle. And then there's the Needler, a bizarre masterpiece that fires crystalline homing shards, each one seeking its target and detonating in a burst of deadly energy. The energy sword is the Covenant's answer to the lightsaber, savage, close quarters, and absolutely terrifying when it's coming straight at you. Facing an elite-wielding one is pure fear. Your heart races as you scramble for cover, knowing a single strike means instant death. On the human side, the Mjolnir armor transforms Spartans into walking tanks, fusing human strength with advanced technology to create the ultimate super soldier. Halo's combat is a constant interplay between arsenals. You scavenge, adapt, and master every weapon you can find, switching between human and alien tech on the fly. The golden triangle of guns, grenades, and melee creates a deep tactical sandbox, where every encounter is a puzzle with countless solutions. You learn to drop shields with plasma, then finish with bullets, combining weapons for maximum effect, always thinking 2 steps ahead. Halo doesn't just give you cool weapons, it forces you to master them all, rewarding creativity and quick thinking in the heat of battle. The result is a universe where every firefight is a test of skill, adaptability, and nerves. No 2 battles ever play out the same way. It's not just about firepower, it's about using every tool, every gadget, and every ounce of ingenuity to survive against impossible odds. Halo's arsenal is brutal, diverse, and endlessly satisfying, offering a playground of destruction for those willing to master its depths. In the end, it's the ultimate test of grit, adaptability, and human ingenuity. A universe where only the clever and the brave survive. Mass Effect elevates future warfare into a strategic symphony. Its firearms use mass effect fields to launch slugs at hypersonic speeds, hundreds of rounds per thermal clip, solving the age-old ammo problem. The Omni tool is a game-changer, a wrist-mounted supercomputer, 3D printer, and weapon all in one. With it, soldiers can hack, fabricate hard-light blades, or incinerate enemies on the fly. Then there are biotics, space mages who manipulate mass effect fields with their minds. They can lift enemies, create singularities, or charge across the battlefield like missiles. Combat in Mass Effect is a dynamic dance of guns, tech, and biotic powers. You combine abilities for devastating combos, lift an enemy, incinerate their armor, finish with a rifle. The synergy between firearms, tech, and biotics makes every fight engaging and cerebral. It's not just about shooting, it's about controlling the battlefield. Squad synergy and tactical thinking are key. Mass Effect's arsenal is about adaptability and creativity. Your mind is your deadliest weapon. Star Wars, Halo, and Mass Effect each offer a unique vision of future combat. Star Wars is mythic, blasters for the masses, lightsabers for the chosen, all about cinematic flair and symbolism. Halo is tactical, grounded military tech, resource management, and a rock-paper-scissors arsenal that demands adaptation. Mass Effect is strategic, customization, squad synergy, and a blend of shooting, tech, and biotic powers. Each universe features both projectile and energy weapons, and all are fascinated by the energy sword, lightsaber, energy sword, omniblade. The super soldier is a recurring dream. Jedi, Spartans, biotics. Despite their differences, these universes share common pillars: imagination, innovation, and the drive to create the ultimate warrior. They show us the many ways we envision the future of conflict. Each arsenal is a reflection of its world's values and fears. Together they form a tapestry of our collective dreams, and they keep us asking, what's next? The line between science fiction and reality is blurring fast. Concepts once confined to movies and games are now engineering challenges for real-world scientists. Directed energy weapons like Star Wars blasters or Halo plasma rifles are becoming reality, with militaries deploying high-energy lasers to shoot down drones and disable missiles. Railguns, straight out of Mass Effect, use electromagnetic fields to launch projectiles at incredible speeds. The US Navy has tested prototypes, aiming to revolutionize warfare. These advances aren't accidents. Sci-fi inspires real innovation and real breakthroughs feed back into new stories. The dreamers and the doers are in constant conversation. A kid inspired by Halo might one day solve the power problem for a new laser weapon. Science fiction provides the vision. Science provides the path. Together, they turn dreams into reality. Sci-fi's obsession with the super soldier is becoming reality. Halo's Spartans in Mjolnir armor inspired real-world exoskeletons, now in development for military and industrial use. These suits boost strength and endurance, letting soldiers carry heavy loads with ease. Advances in prosthetics and neural interfaces echo Mass Effect's Omni tools and biotic implants. Augmented reality displays are early steps towards sci-fi's heads-up vision. As we merge tech with our bodies, we edge closer to becoming the cyborgs of our stories. The goal, not just better weapons, but better warriors. The challenge, ensuring our wisdom keeps pace with our power. Sci-fi lets us explore these dilemmas before they become reality. Imagination and innovation are locked in a powerful feedback loop. A storyteller dreams up a lightsaber or Omni tool, inspiring a generation of future engineers and scientists. That spark drives real-world research, battery tech, user interfaces, and more. Science fiction sets the goalposts, making the impossible seem possible. As technology advances, new discoveries inspire fresh stories, pushing the cycle forward. This symbiotic relationship is a major engine of progress. Sci-fi doesn't just predict the future, it helps create it. It gives us a shared language and vision for what's possible. By imagining, we take the first step toward building. The dreamers inspire the doers, and the doers fuel the next generation of dreamers. That's how we move forward. These weapons, lightsabers, Spartan rifles, Omniblades, are more than props. They're cultural artifacts. They symbolize our curiosity, our drive to overcome, and our fascination with the unknown. Sci-fi stories let us safely explore questions of power, morality, and heroism. They inspire real-world learning, creativity, and innovation. Our fascination with future weapons reflects our optimism and belief in progress. These dreams are part of a larger vision, a future among the stars. The frontier is endless, both in space and in imagination. As long as we dream, we'll keep building that fantastic future.